pieces, and you notice that the difference is, and these are a little larger than the pieces of clay you get. So one is thrown to have a base, right? The others are thrown so they go all the way to the wheel head. And that's good because you can really pull up that wall, right? And they're matched, so this is the base. See that one? No, that's not where it fits. I guess this fits there. So you would match it like here, and that matches there, okay? So the important thing now is to know you're not cutting anything off the bats, because what we're going to do is use the bats. Now, if I just strung this underneath, it would have a fat part in the bottom, right? So I want to cut it in a different way so that they match up. Thus, I'm going to use my pin tool, and I'm going to figure out with the calipers where the matching point is. And this works for whatever you're doing. So it's going to be about somewhere in there. And then I'm going to cut it just the way normally we trim the top by going like this, you know. So I'm going to just reach down here, and I'm going to trim it like this way. This way, I'm going to get an even and symmetrical cut. Oh, okay, boom. Okay, and you can see I threw it right to the wheel head. The advantage of that is you don't have all that clay lying around on the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to join them, and this is how you join them on the wheel. If they really don't match, the clay over here, you can put them together with coils or whatever, but a good way to do it is to, oh yeah, they fit, is to do it on the wheel, okay? So I'm going to take my tooth rib, score it. I'm going to score this one, and I'm going to get some slip. Actually, could someone get me a little, could you reach in and get me some slip? I'm going to get some slip from the bucket, and I'm going to put the slip in there, in here, and I'm going to squish it together, and then I'm going to join them the same way we join the coil pots. Okay, here comes our slip. Alrighty. So we're going to take some slip and just switch it on there. And I want to put a fair amount on. Remember, you're joining clay, so that's why after you're done, you're going to bag it for at least 24 hours. And you want to put a lot on. If there's a hole between them, you can also use a coil. I mean, if they really don't fit very well, you can put a coil in. Okay, I'm going to squish this on, and you know you have to push it. You have to push it. Okay, and then very slowly, one hand inside and one hand on the outside. I'm going to just go like that. Make sure it's pushed down, and then I'm going to take the tooth rib, just like I did in the coil pots. You know, when you're making your coil pots, you went the inside with this because that's going to start joining the clay. So hopefully this is totally stuck on here, and there's not a lump of clay under there, as it was. And I'm going really slowly. I'm pressing against my hand, so that way they're going to join. Does that make sense? And then I can go like this too. I've got my hand on the outside, pressing against it, and I'm not going very fast, and I'm making sure that there's equal pressure inside and outside, and that will begin to seal it up. Okay, once I'm done with the tooth rib, if there's excess clay, I can use this side, peel some away if you want. If there's a hole or anything, you can use a coil and add it in there. And then you take a regular rib, or a blue one or one of these, and you even that out, inside, outside, and inside. Okay? And then it should be attached. If you have a really narrow piece, you're going to have to put a wooden spoon in, or even the end of a tool. You can push the end of a tool against your hand, like that if you want, if it's narrow and you can't reach your hand in, okay? So I'm going to do the top the same way. I don't think I have to show you that. You'll get the picture, right? But now to do the end, then you're going to take your number 7 tool and trim, 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 trim. You're going to trim a long way. I'm not going to trim this one too much further, but you can see from the finished ones, you can easily trim wider ways. Okay? Got it? All right, Adam.
And